Hey y'all, say y'all, peace and Palo Santo 6. It is your girl Divinely Lika, and welcome to the channel. To all of my returning viewers, hey soul cousins. Glad to have you back. And to my new subscribers, welcome to the soul family. We're just spreading love, light, insight, all that good stuff. To all the likes, the comments, and subscribes, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So, y'all know, it's normally not daytime when I channel, but I was just like really inspired. Was in my backyard for a little while, barefoot with my sound bowl, and I just sat there. I closed my eyes, and it was almost like when I closed my eyes, I'm like seeing red and orange and yellow, and I felt like those were the chakras that I was like activating as I was using my sound bowl. It was really nice. I stood out there for like 10-15 minutes. At some point it almost felt like I was in a trance. It was really beautiful. Like, I'm really looking forward to my summer, like my first official summer in my new house. It's funny because, I lived in, with with the hood, the neighborhood that I grew up in prior to moving here. And I would try to get a lot into my spiritual work. I'm really big for like full moons, new moons, writing, setting my intentions, writing them, burning them. And it was kind of hard doing that, like where I was at. Not even that I cared about being judged, but it was just like I didn't have any privacy because I was in row houses. So like now it's just like I feel like I'm already a very introverted person. So it's like I have the space to actually be secluded and sit in meditation and just connect with the earth. And I'm just like so thankful. So thankful. But anyway, I don't want to talk y'all heads off. Let's get into it. See what's going on, collective. But I really suggest that, if you all, even if you don't got a backyard, I really suggest, okay, so I see spiritual protection and good luck. Anyway, take some time to ground yourself. Like, take advantage of these nice days outside. Make sure you're getting outside. You're taking some time to connect with Mother Earth. Take you a walk through the neighborhood. If you can, step in some grass barefoot, hug a tree. Okay. One thing was so funny is I've been like trying to like line up people's houses to see what's going to be the perfect tree I can hug on. And then what I'm so upset about is like my neighbor beside me, they have a really nice big tree. My neighbor on the other side of me, they have a really nice big tree, but I ain't got no damn trees in my backyard. Mine's are like further like up into the woods, and I'm like not climbing up there. So I don't know. I gotta see if one of my neighbors is gonna let me borrow their tree. And I feel like I already know the neighbors. I'm gonna ask. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I feel like I already know the neighbors that I feel like are cool enough that I could ask. So, they dogs is always barking at me. They're really friendly dogs. They just a little loud. I'm like, I'm going to see if they'll be okay with me hugging their tree. Like, I'd rather how I'm coming now than later. Like, so I'm like really into nature. Can I hug your tree? But anyway, divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please just give me clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. Clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. What is it that you would like them to hear and know the most at this time? What is it that you would like them to hear and know the most at this time? Hold on for a second. I'm just going to pause while I tell this person that I can text them back once I'm done recording. Okay. I meant to say, text the person that I'm going to call them back after I'm done channeling. Okay, but anyway, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. Clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. What is it that you want them to hear and know the most at this time? What is it that you want them to hear and know the most at this time? Please just block out any interferences as I get these messages across and protect my space. Any dark magic, evil eye being sent my way, or to the way of the divine collective. I ask that you return it back to sender, magnified, and bind it to them. Protect my crown chakra as I get these messages across. And protect and open up my third eye chakra so that I can dive deeper into my intuition to give further clarification of the cards that come out today. Thank you so much, Spirit. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Let's see what's going on. What is it that you want the collective to hear and know the most at this time? We have Destined and Twin Flame. Whoa. Wait. I feel like Twin Flame kind of came out in the reverse, but I'm still just going to flip it into the upright. But yeah, we have Destined and Twin Flame. Okay, y'all. Okay, this is getting juicy. Get up. Wait. This is getting juicy already. But give me 1 second. I need to flip my mirror. Like, my mirror is facing directly towards me, and I just kind of don't like that while I'm channeling. I feel like I'm welcoming, like, even though I want to welcome energy into my space, I don't want to just welcome any type of energy into my space. So I don't like my mirror facing me when I do readings. I've heard that, and I do believe it, that, mirrors can be like portals. So I don't want to have no open portal while I'm trying to do a message. No thanks. I want to be the only portal. Okay. Financial loss. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Codependent. Okay. So, okay, hold on. Let me get a few more. So you could have been with a twin who clearly wasn't in divine energy if they are if the energy's coming out codependent. Flip and switch the roles they apply to your situation. Understand that all of my readings are timeless. So it can apply to past, present, or future. And okay, hold on, I'm getting downloads. So there could be a twin flame that you're disconnected from and is experiencing some type of financial loss. This could be based off of a decision they made. For there to be hidden emotions and temptation, it's giving me the vibe that it's a twin flame union that is in separation for whatever reason that may be. Codependency could play a part into that. And maybe you could have been with a twin who is very codependent, and their codependency is actually a result. The result of their codependency is financial loss for some of you. All of my readings are general though, so take what resonates to you in your situation and leave the rest behind. Do not force anything to fit, because sometimes I can be channeling for you, and sometimes I can be channeling for somebody else. Sometimes it may be your story, sometimes it may not be. So, as they say down south, eat the fish and spit the bones out. So then we also have Dark Night of the Soul. Okay. So there could be a twin right now that you're connected to, that's going through some type of dark night of the soul. You guys are currently under some type of separation, and I think them going through this dark night of the soul, like it may be actually opening up their eyes to some things in regards to your connection. It's like, even though you're in separation, this person is tempted to reach out. It's like they feel like you could help them navigate this part of the journey. And it makes sense, because normally in the twin flame journey, there is somebody who is further along than the other twin. So I could see that. Like, I could see, there being a situation. Because honestly, because there is normally a twin that's further along, there's normally a runner and chaser dynamic. And, normally the runner, the runner will go off and do whatever it is they need to do because they're still trying to get out of karmic energy, close out karmic contracts, things of that nature. Will put kind of a, I'm not going to say they necessarily, the twin that's not further along puts a rift in the connection, because I do feel like the runner and chaser dynamic is kind of needed in the twin flame union because of because during the separation, both twins benefit. Like, even if, okay, both twins benefit, and it may not seem that way because you got the one who's still in karmic energy running around acting all crazy, and then you got the other twin who's actually doing the inner work. The work, because you two are like two halves of one soul, the work that you do energetically, spiritually, emotionally, it does impact your twin. It may not be on a physical level, but on a spiritual level it is. I feel like it almost just takes a while for their soul to catch up, even if it's even meant for their soul to catch up in this lifetime, if that makes sense. If it makes sense. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Because the ultimate goal for most people in twin flame unions is to be in union with each other. Now I do have conflicting feelings about that, just because I feel like, everybody does have free will, and because there is a twin that's normally further along than the other one, holding on or holding space for your twin, that can be an emotionally up and down type of process. It really can be. And I feel like you have the free will to choose, if, like, the same way your twin has the free will to choose if they even want to get out of karmic energy. You have the free will to choose if you want to actually stay in a connection where somebody is struggling to get their shit together and they're self-sabotaging the connection. But it's so crazy to me, because what I've witnessed with twin flame unions, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like, sometimes I don't really know how to feel when I see the twin flame card pop up, because I feel like the journey is so complex that sometimes I don't really root on it. Like for me personally, I don't know if it's a situation where a lot of people are with false twins, or if the twin flame union is just, well, no, I think that's what it is. I think it is that the twin flame union is just very complex, because in a lot of ways, a twin flame union can resemble a karmic connection as well. Just because of the push and pull dynamic and how you trigger each other until you actually heal. The reality of the situation is the success of a twin flame union is solely based off of mutual healing. But I just feel like the timelines for a lot of twins just seem to be so not, I don't know. It just seems like the timeline of the twin flame union seems so off course for a lot of people that I don't know. Because it's seeming like there is a situation where the twin where the other twin who's further along does wake up, but by that time the other twin got so beat up in the process of trying to hold space and love their twin that they actually may not even want to be with their twin when their twin comes into comes into their healing or their mutual healing. So it kind of opens up the question for me as, is the goal to actually be in union with each other, or is it for these two souls to actually come into union with themselves? I don't know. I feel like everybody's situation may be different. Maybe for some, it's for the twins to actually be together happily ever after, forever. Or for some, it's for you two to meet and awaken something in each other's souls. Rather, your twin is awakening your soul through them struggling to get their shit together, or you awakening your twin soul by coming in with your divinity and your energy, and then ultimately having to take it away from them, and through them experiencing the loss of your divinity, they come into union with themselves. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just so many different dynamics of the twin flame union. Sometimes it's kind of hard to guide people. I mean, I don't, like, to be honest, I don't think there's a reader yet that could really give me any insight on it. And even the ones who is like, I feel like they seem like they had it all figured out, the next thing you know, they come up and they got a different story. So it's a lot with it. One of my favorite readers, Saving Grace 999 Tarot, I love her. She says, you know, I don't know why, she always says, like, I don't know why y'all want to be with y'all twin. I love her because she's just so real. Like, I don't know why y'all want to be with y'all twin. Because, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, even, I feel like you should absolutely want to meet your twin in a lifetime. But I don't think it's in the cards for everybody to be with their twin happily ever after. I don't believe that. Especially because, I mean, if you want to be real, I'm sorry I'm rambling, y'all. But if you want to be real, a twin flame does not have to be a romantic partner. Your twin flame can be an actual family member. So with that being said, we definitely can't push the narrative that the ultimate goal is for twin flames to come into union with themselves. There we go. There we go. And that I know to be factual. That twins can absolutely be somebody that you have no romantic relationship with. It can absolutely be a family member. It can be your child. You know? All right, so then the last card that came out was Manifest. So you could actually have a twin who is, they're going through a spiritual awakening. You can have a twin who's actually trying to manifest you back. They are understanding that they have sabotaged the connection. I think there may be a twin that's actually waking up to their shadow. Like really understanding the difference between their higher self and their ego self. So with the Dark Night of the Soul here, I feel like through this Dark Night of the Spirit, please bless my third chakra because I'm getting so tongue-tied. Through this Dark Night of the Soul, your twin is actually awakening to the fact that they have sabotaged this connection, and I feel like it's actually bigger than just how they sabotage this connection. They can actually be giving themselves like a life review of how they have sabotaged several different opportunities or situations or good things in their life. So Autumn came out. Autumn can be very significant to somebody. Anything else, Spirit? This reading is going to be long, y'all. As y'all see, I got like 3 other decks over here. My goal was to channel from 4 cards today. No, I'm going to stop here. What's so crazy is I heard it. I heard ego death before I even seen ego death. Yeah, this person's going through an ego death. When I was saying, this person may be seeing the difference between their higher self and their ego self. I think this person may be experiencing and is going to go, a spiritual awakening. There are several stages of a spiritual awakening. So you have to hit them all. You can't skip ego death and then hit Dark Night of the Soul. But I do genuinely believe the Dark Night of the Soul comes. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm never a person who likes to give out information I'm not 100% sure about. I'm not 1,000% sure if the ego death comes before or after the Dark Night of the Soul. I want to say ego death comes first though, because I think that's what makes it the Dark Night of the Soul. It's like stuff just seems not to make sense anymore. Like you're starting to understand. Our ego self is is like the persona that we have built up based off what we've experienced in this lifetime. But our ego self is very much so separate from our higher self, our soul. So, if you're a person who maybe has experienced who experienced getting your heart broken early in life, then, your ego could be that thing that tells you, oh, I'm never going to let nobody see me sweat. Or I'm going to be the one to hurt somebody before they hurt me. That's the ego. That's not really you. That's your ego speaking. That's like the armor that you put around yourself based off of things that you experience. I mean, it's beautiful. Like the ego it can protect you in certain way in certain areas of your life. But if you're just led by your ego and only your ego, it can absolutely destroy your life. Absolutely destroy your life. All right, so let's get some messages from the universe. But yeah, so ego death too, one thing I do want to emphasize is that an ego death, it does not mean that your ego just dies completely. Your ego doesn't die. But what I do believe that happens is you understand how to identify your ego self from your higher self. Divine Spirit, Guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. Clear and accurate messages for the divine collective. What is it that you want them to hear and know the most at this time? What is it that you want them to hear and know the most at this time? That's in alignment with this reading. So this could be you. Flip and switch the roles, y'all. Please, I want to emphasize the flip and switch the roles, because I'm saying twin like this is some like your twin, but this could actually be you. So, yeah. This temptation here is like, I really am strongly getting this feeling that like there is a twin that is really tempted. Even there's two twins that are in separation, and the other twin, the runner twin, is very tempted to reach out to the other twin. I almost feel like there's been a big shift in energy for a lot of the twin flame unions, or people that have identified their situation as a twin flame union, where it's like the runner is now the chaser. Let's see what else is going on. So, normally, I think before I got further educated on twin flame unions, for the first two cards to come out, Destined and Twin Flame, I would be like, oh, somebody's destined to be with their twin flame. And now, but I think what we have to realize is, yes, sometimes you are there are people you meet that you are destined to meet. But destined to meet and destined to be together, you can even be destined to be together, but it doesn't mean it's destined to be together forever. So that's the thing. That's why it's like just allowing things to come in that need to come in, and allow things to leave that when it's time for it to leave. Like, honestly, All right, Spirit, tell me something. It says, try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. This is kind of what I was just getting at. Like, this is very much so about just being in the present moment. Not even focusing on, well, what is the future going to look like or anything. Especially with the twin flame union, you absolutely have to detach, and it's hard for people because the twin flame union, the connection you feel is so intense. What the hell was I trying to get at? You absolutely have to surrender from the timeline and the outcome. You really do. Because the twin flame union, like I said, it's about mutual healing. That's the success of it anyway. So you can't get so caught up on what your twin is or is not doing, because your job is to heal and do your own inner work. Not to do it for them. The most or even to push them into it. It's ultimately holding the space, and you're holding the space by doing the work. It says, try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. Yeah, you are. Tell me more, Spirit. Yes, you are. Today's 3/13. Just realized that. It says, in your journey, there will be times when you feel lost, confused, lonely, and angry. These are times of transition. You won't feel those emotions forever. You are transitioning to a better, stronger version of yourself. Shed away those unneeded layers and keep growing. Yeah, somebody is, I don't know if this is you or your person or your twin, but yeah, somebody is really going through a transitional period. And the dark night of the soul can be very triggering. You know, it comes with a lot of mixtures of emotions. It comes with a lot of reviewing your life, because certain things that maybe you used to look at as like a part of you, you start to look at it differently. You start to question what actually even resonates with you anymore. Connections, work environments, your job, your career path, your romantic partners, your friends, your family members. It comes with a lot. And then because, you know, spirituality, or and especially the twin flame union, is definitely very much so the path less chosen. Lest, oh my gosh, what is going on with my mouth? Because the twin flame union and spirituality is the path less chosen. You can feel very alone, like nobody really understands you. And yeah, it can really come with a lot, honestly. I'm in such a really peaceful, zenful place. I really need to make it make it a routine to really ground myself and just do like some meditation like daily with my sound bowl. Like, I really enjoyed that. Thoroughly enjoyed that. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Oh gosh. It's so much encouragement, like for the part of the journey that somebody's on. It's just making me feel really good about it. It says, when going through tough times, it is important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You've overcame challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and be thankful for all that you already have. So for some of you, there can even be, because like, don't get it messed up. Like, the separation for twins, I don't know who it's harder on. I feel like it's harder on the chaser. But, you know, being in separation from a twin isn't easy. Especially if like you two struggle with codependency. Cuz it's like when you're separated from each other, you feel empty. Like, you feel like, you know, codependency is like you need other people to validate you. And is that's the character traits of codependency, is like you need not say I'm not even saying people, you need something external oh my gosh, something external from you. Yeah, something external, an external force, an external something, something outside of yourself to validate you, or to make you feel love or purpose or whatever it may be. So being separated from somebody could definitely feel like it's like, see, when you're codependent, you tend to give your power away to whoever it is that you're codependent on. So when you lose that person, it's almost like you lost a part of your power, because you've given it all to that person. So one of the best ways to go about, you know, healing codependency, I say mantras is a really good technique, and it's just calling your power back. I lovingly recall my power back to me now. It's a really good mantra to chant. I say do it while you're, you know, having a grounding little meditation like I did today, but you don't have to necessarily say it out loud. You can say it in your head. All right, give me another one, Spirit. 29:29 on the timer I just caught. It says, if people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain, rather than the results of your actions. So, one thing I will say, when you're going through a spiritual awakening, you can definitely be talked about by those closer to you. It can raise questions for those closest to you who aren't spiritual themselves. And being that it, spirituality, and specifically the twin flame union, because it's only supposed to be 144,000 twins. A lot of people are not going to resonate with you. So this world is mass. So for only 144,000 people to be twins, it's very likely that you'll have a lot of people who will not resonate with you. You'll have far more people who don't resonate with you than those who do. So with that being said, while going through a spiritual awakening, you can absolutely have people who, just don't really understand you. They don't understand what you're going through. You may be a lot more closed off. You don't really want to be in any type of social settings. It's a very, I feel like most spiritual awakenings, they happen in hermit, when you're in hermit. So you're not really around. You really don't want to deal with people. They can raise questions. It can definitely start raising questions, and people trying to start judging because you're making different changes and things to your life. Maybe your eating habits, the places you used to frequent. A lot of things change. All right. And then we have here, a chapter in your life is coming to an end. Yeah. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control and move forward. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Whatever, when you're going through a spiritual awakening, things get shaken up. They do. A lot of tower moments happen. It almost, in certain parts of my spiritual awakening, it felt like everything was just falling apart. I'm like, what in the actual hell is going on? I can't catch a break. What is going on? And ultimately what's happening is the universe is making space for what the chapter of the evolved you looks like. Because it doesn't look like what's going on in your surroundings before the spiritual awakening. Absolutely not. It doesn't. So yeah, it can be a very challenging time, but you know what? You just have to surrender to the process. And quite frankly, literally, you absolutely have to surrender to the process. Because if not, it's going to make it much, much harder. Once you're awake, you can't go back to sleep. You have to go through the process. You can be stuck on one part of the journey for extremely long because of the spiritual awakening stages, extremely long, just because you're resisting what's happening. Yeah, a chapter of your life is coming to an end. For some of you, it can actually be you holding space or wanting to actually even be in a twin flame union. For others of you, this isn't even necessarily a chapter in regard. Well, no, it is. I'm not gonna say that. This can be just closing out a version of yourself that you feel like is no longer in alignment with who you are becoming. All right. Well, now that I done pulled 5, I gotta do 8. Because I can't leave it at 5, 6, or 7. So, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Says opportunities will soon knock at your door, debt will be wiped clean, and your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change. Okay, so financial loss did come up earlier. So if you are someone who was experiencing some type of financial loss, that is definitely turning around. If it's not, will be turning around if it's not already. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. 2 more cards, Spirit. 2 more cards. 2 more. Thank you. 1 more, please. Oh, baby. This is so beautiful. All right. It says, yeah, I mean, thank you, Spirit. Because I love when I just get confirmations back to back. Somebody is absolutely stepping in a new chapter. I mean, chapter just keep coming up here. So it says, this new chapter in your life is going to require a new way of seeing things. Yeah. And a new way of seeing yourself. You can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding that you have had up until now. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. And that's specifically what's happening. When you go through a spiritual awakening, you are tapping into the highest version of yourself and you are detaching from your ego. That's beautiful. And in this process, Spirit just wants to remind you that you are safe. You are protected. The worst is behind you and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. Lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. This is really beautiful. This is beautiful. It's like I almost don't want to pull any more cards and tamper with the energy because I feel like this is a message in itself. Rather this was a message to somebody's twin, or if this is just a message to you. I feel like it's such a beautiful message. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to pull. Oh, do I? I did pull these cards out for a reason, but I feel like they're supposed to be pulled out, but maybe not for this particular reading. How about I just do 4 angel numbers and then I'll close out. Said I'm already 37 minutes in, mine as well. All right. Divine Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, Cosmic Family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the Divine Collective. Clear and accurate messages for the Divine Collective. What is it that you want to close this reading out with? What messages do you want them to hear to close this reading out with? What is it that their higher self, what is it that their higher self wants them to know? See, because the thing about your higher self knows your potential. Your higher self knows who you're destined to be. And for some of you, another way that I could look at this destined and twin flame, your twin flame union could have showed you who you are destined to be. I know it showed me that. Now, I do still question if I was actually with a twin or not, just because I feel like when people try, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I know for a fact I was in a connection that was very much so spiritual and very much so pushed me into my purpose for certain. However, yeah, a twin flame union it's nothing but a vehicle to a spiritual awakening, if you ask me. I feel like there's several different vehicles to a spiritual awakening, and I feel like twin flame is just one of maybe several. Actually, there's several things that can push you into a spiritual awakening, quite frankly. All right, but I'm gonna stop here at my number. Y'all know what's up. 333. Four cards, Spirit. Please give me 4 cards for the collective. 4 cards. Oh, I'm so happy that came out because I felt it in my spirit. It's like I seen this card like as I was shuffling or when I was about to shuffle, and I'm like, it just gives me spiritual awakening because it's like you're going through stages. Okay, but anyway, 2 more, Spirit. Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right, so the first one we had was 1, 2, 3, 4. It says, good luck. Spiritual guides, progress, justice, structures, systems, process, conditioning, and rules. You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall to pieces. I don't know why they use this term fall to pieces, because it just feel I feel like they should have put fall into place. I just feel like fall to pieces is just not a good term, but whatever. Okay, then it says 0220. Okay. I don't know if did I show y'all this card? Okay. All right. So it says, act on your idea. Realistic and practical approach goals. Divine timing, ambition, cooperation, discipline. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Okay, that's what it says. Ascension. Is it ascension? Should it have been ascension? It says you should act on your potential when you see this pattern. Since what you plant will grow, you're about to experience a spectacular ascent. I guess I've just never used the word. It's probably exactly the word it's supposed to be. I've just never had to use it. It says lessons learned, 99.99. It says culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. The stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. Yeah, there's just typos on this deck, because and the reward goes to yo is what it says on here. I'm glad I caught that. So there are typos on here. I ain't losing my mind. It says 1441. Even though I love this deck, I ain't gonna stop using it. I'm just gonna correct what I see messed up. It says unique skills, life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, and important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Yep. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority now. Is a priority right now. So what I just heard as well too, because I can see that there's like somebody going through a spiritual awakening. However, codependency is something that they need to heal. This spiritual awakening can be something very challenging, just because if you're codependent, you probably like to be around people or around a particular person. There may be somebody that you gave your source of power to that you're not attached to anymore, and you're just not going to be attached to many people at all when you're going through a spiritual awakening. Maybe your twin, but even then it just really depends on where both of you are in the journey. However, I'm just hearing spirit say that yes, it is going to be lonely, and yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it has to be done. Straight up. Just straight like that. That's exactly what they said, and I ain't going to mess with it. So, be gentle with yourself. Embrace the process. You are not the only person that's had to experience this. It's a very beautiful process, and I promise you appreciate these time periods once you actually see what is happening. When stuff starts to make sense, it's just like, it's crazy, because for me, I don't feel like I was in the best space when I had said this or I had predicted this for myself. But I was like, I feel like this would have been 2 summers ago, and I know I wasn't in a good place at that time. I was in my connection. I was codependent, so My connection was really beating me up, amongst other things that I was, I needed to heal within myself, and then just the connection itself. Um, I'm like, I don't know what it is. I just remember sitting there and I'm talking to who at the time I believed to be my twin. Um, and I do believe, because I got a reading done on that connection. It was just too deep. It felt too different. It did. And I've been with karmic partners before. And even though a lot of what I experienced in that relationship was karmic, the connection was just something deeper than what I've experienced. So I did believe that, I really did believe that I was with a twin. And I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to say that it wasn't, but I did get a reading. And oh yeah, that's what the lady said. She was like, "No, it's not your twin." That's what she said. That's what she said to me. That's what she said to me. And I do believe this to be true. She said, "That's not your twin. I'm not getting twin." She said, "I'm seeing soulmate." And she said, "I can see y'all used to rule." She said, "I'm seeing sand. I just keep seeing sand." And I'm not gonna lie, when I used to look at my ex, I'm like, he gave me an ancient vibe. Like I knew for a fact I knew him before. Like, this was not our first time meeting each other. Not at all. Like, not by far. However, she said, "I'm getting soulmate." She was like, and it's not karmic soulmate. So for me, I think I could have been with a past life soulmate. So either like a high level, it was either high level soulmate, past life soulmate. I do believe that's what I experienced. But I don't even know why the hell I just went there. Don't even know why, y'all. I didn't got so far down the rabbit hole what I was talking about. I don't even know why I got that far. What even took me here? Um yeah. Anyway, be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself through this process and just surrender to it. Oh yeah, but like I was saying, that's what I was trying to say, shit. And I'm gonna finish my point. I don't care how long I've been on here. What I was saying was, I just remember like sitting there and saying to myself, and I was definitely going through a spiritual awakening at the time. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I just got this feeling like the scales are about to be balanced. Like, I'm like, the scales are about to be balanced. And I promise you, it's like, what's so crazy is I wasn't thinking about 2024 year 8, and the year 8 being symbolic of the infinity symbol. I think it had to be, when I said this, it was probably like 2022. And I wasn't even, you build knowledge as you go along. I didn't know nothing about, like, I don't even think I knew what the infinity symbol meant at that time. But yeah, it's funny how everything actually fell into the place how I really predicted it would be, even in the darkest of times. You get what I'm saying? So the point that I'm trying to make with all the rambling that I've been doing, and I do apologize, is that is that it has to rain sometimes. Sometimes it has to storm. But the water is what's planting the seed, is what's helping the seed grow for the harvest that you're going to receive in the future. I promise. Just really trust the universe. As long as you keep showing up for yourself, you're a good person. You're not going out here racking up bad karma when bad times happen to you because of, going through life with this victim mentality and racking up bad karma. Things will absolutely fall into place in your favor. So just keep striving forward. If this is your energy that I've been channeling and you're going through the dark night of the soul right now, honestly, you and your twin can be going through the same part of the journey. I believe some twins are closer to the same timelines, and I think some twins are so far off that it's just like, what the hell. But yeah, good luck is coming. Financial winnings, like if you're coming out of a time, you're going to be coming out of a time of financial loss. Just keep pushing forward. I love you, collective. I'm sorry for rambling so much, but I don't know. I was just kind of chilling and giving the messages and the downloads that I was getting as I went along. But until next time, I love you all so much, and peace out.